This is my favorite time of the year. Growing up, we always went over to my grandma's house on Christmas Eve and opened most of our presents the night before Christmas. And then now, as an adult, we have a Christmas Santa piñata that we usually take turns at in the backyard. And we'll get some chocolate, some bath bombs, and then there's some peppermint schnapps we usually fight over when that pops open.
One fond memory I have is, as a kid, Christmas time, I remember hearing all the adults tell me that if you don't believe in Santa Claus, he won't give you any presents. And so I remember thinking Santa Claus could hear my thoughts, and so I'd be forcing myself to think, no, I do believe in Santa Claus, I do, even though I was really in middle school and kind of starting to doubt. But I would still try to, cope and pretend that I do believe in Santa Claus because I was too worried that on the contingency that he is real, I didn't want to lose out on my presents.
Favorite holiday tradition would easily be my mom's homemade tamales. I absolutely could kill for them. Oh my goodness. Every single Christmas season, she makes 12 dozens of tamales, and they are absolutely out of this world. Amazing stuff. That's what I look forward to for Christmas every single season. It is the tamales. They're so, so good.
My favorite holiday movie is absolutely Elf. I've watched it 3 times already this year, and it makes me laugh because it reminds me of Sarah.
He goes to answer the phone because he's at the office the first time, and he's like, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Or when he's spinning around and he's like, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
I remember we came back from the weekend and both offices were just all of a sudden decorated, just like Buddy did in the movie.
When I was growing up, it was a free-for-all on Christmas morning. I was the oldest of 4 children. And Christmas morning, we are out by that tree. We are going through, we're trying to figure out which presents belong to each of us. And the way it works is we put them all in a pile in front of us. And my parents basically would sit down and they'd say go. And all of us at the same time are just shredding paper left and right. It would last about 2 minutes.
Every single year around this time, my grandpa makes cookies and frosting from scratch, sugar cookies. We all get together, the whole entire family, and he makes the dough. We all roll it out and we cut all the cookies, and then we bake them and we frost them. And it's so much fun because literally everybody in the family gets together and do it.
Now, when I met my wife, on the other hand, she's the youngest of 8. And on Christmas Day, they would all take turns opening one present at a time, which is the exact opposite of what we used to do. So I remember, especially early on when the kids were little, they'd go to open up their presents, and Becky would make them one at a time, and they'd all have to watch and see what the other person got, which is way more meaningful, of course. But I have to admit that I was sitting there like, can we just rip into this stuff? I mean, let's just rock and roll here.
So I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I, we would be so excited about Christmas. My mom allowed us to open up just one gift on Christmas Eve. So of course we had been plotting, looking under the tree, trying to figure out which is the biggest or best gift.
But I've come to appreciate that.
It's finally cold enough that you can drink something hot. I like a good peppermint hot chocolate, and it's finally cozy and not miserable to drink.
Just remember all the people, the essential workers who are out there and they have to work over the holidays. I have a daughter-in-law who's a doctor who has to unfortunately work this Christmas and has to be close to the hospital during that Christmas week. And also a couple of nieces who are nurses who either have to work or on call. I just know for those people, it's really difficult for them because holidays to me, and I think to pretty much everybody, it's all about family and kind of getting together, seeing people you haven't seen for a while.
And just getting to really focus on spending quality, intentional time with them. That's what holiday is all about. That's what Christmas is all about, at least to me. It's spending it with precious loved ones, family members, getting to share it with food and all the jazz.
One thing that I really hope people remember is to give thanks to the people that you might not get the chance to spend the holidays with. I know for me, for example, I just moved here from Michigan, so, my family, my friends, I don't get to see them as much. So definitely, recognizing them and, appreciating them for how much, they've done for you and how much meaning they have in your life, I would say is definitely an important thing that people need to, recognize and remember during this holiday.
I love that family gets together. I think that's the biggest, best thing. And unfortunately, my kids live all over the world, so I don't get to see them at Christmas, but we always FaceTime and everything.
This is the time everybody gets together, not just family, but friends and coworkers, and people are getting together to give back to the community. They're trying to do things for each other.
I love that the holiday season really brings out the best in a lot of people.
It feels like it's the only time of year where pretty much unanimously people seem to really care about doing good in the world. It's the time of year and it lasts like a month. So it's really nice that we all kind of collectively have this period of time where we have set it aside to say, let's do what's right as a nation, as a people, people of different backgrounds.
I feel like we should be grateful also for people in the military, which is dear to me. My son is in Army. Being away from family, I think, over the holidays is tough for anybody, but especially the military people who, they put their life on the line for all of us, and it's a difficult time for them. And I think in this season of Christmas time, we should remember those people who are, working and help protect all of us.
It's great. It truly is the best time of year.